Hello everyone, it's Kyle here from Too Much Bricks. Welcome back. So in today's video is yet again another mock review. Now this isn't an actual battle or landscape or scenery or anything like that. These are actual figures or characters made from Bionicle pieces or Hero Factory pieces, whatever you would like to call them. And as always, this video is sponsored by our sponsor, Providence Brick Exchange, Lego store owned by my great friend Clint. Great guy, great store, great Legos, great prices. So definitely be sure to go check him out if you are local. He is located in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Again, that's Providence Brick Exchange. And you can click my channel icon, go to my About section, and you can see what my channel is about if you are new, as well as find his link there to his site and how to get there. Again, that's Providence Brick Exchange, located in Smithfield, Rhode Island. So definitely be sure to go check him out, and definitely be sure to go check out my friend's channel, Andrew from Andrew Does More Legos, and my cousin's channel, Anthony from Anthony the Lego Man. Both great channels. Anthony the Lego Man does stop motion, and Andrew Does More Legos is currently working on a huge Star Wars 501st mock. So definitely be sure to go check those out. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright everyone, so here is the first character. Now this is a custom character. You may recognize some pieces if a couple of you have any Bionicle sets or Hero Factory sets. I personally do not. I just like to get the pieces, and again, these pieces I bought from Providence Brick Exchange, so definitely be sure to go, as I said in the beginning of the video, check them out. And I just like to buy these pieces to make my own characters. I find them enjoyable. So that's definitely why I do it. As I said, don't have any sets just because I never really got into them, and I really, as well as Clint, ironically, don't really find them as Lego, if you know what I mean, which they are, but they are definitely cool once you stand back and look at them and just see them for what they are. And I keep saying that's because I have two I'm going to be showing off today, but here is the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and take you through the weapons that I have given them. Now this isn't modeled off of anything, this is just my imagination, so let's bring him in closer so we can take a look. For his head, he's got about 6 eyes. It's a little battle mask right there. And as always, you can take the mask off to reveal the inner, the brains or the inner head. So he just has this one to cover that up. Also, you can see I got a little bit of scratches on my chest plate here, but I personally think it just adds to, like, you know, like he's been through a couple of battles. I think that looks pretty cool. He's got the main torso pieces that all of them have, and this is what his feet look like. I personally went with these just because I didn't really like some of the other ones that I was looking at. And I think that they kind of match with the sleek design I was going for in the first place. So moving up to the shoulder over here, you have a little some spikes here, could also be missile launchers. Wasn't very sure what I was going for there. I did want to mimic it on the other shoulder. Sadly, I could not find a piece identical to this, but I still think it looks pretty cool. So moving on to his arm over here. Articulation on this guy is not the best as far as legs, but I'll get to that in a minute. Mostly I'm just going to be displaying this guy, so for playability it is not that good. But he's got his giant arm cannon here, which is actually his hand. It's not actually mounted on his arm, or it could be a plasma fusion cannon. Not exactly sure which one, but it could be any of those, and that one actually does shoot these giant balls. If you haven't seen them before, they're like the giant cannonballs, so you just put them in there and you press down and it fires. Now this one goes surprisingly very far, and I don't want to lose it, so I'm just gonna gently pop it out. So yeah, that's cool. I also do have a replacement hand for him without him completely falling down that you can apply. And that's just one of the regular hands, you know, the closed fists. So if he doesn't want to have his cannon out all the time, he can have a regular fist. Now, the legs are a little wonky, which is why he kept trying to do splits on me and kind of just collapse down. But overall, if you get him in the right pose, he does do very well. He's got a giant shield here that's actually mounted on his arm that I can take that off. And here is the shield. Again, this is custom, and you have these two big, like, scissor-like folding pieces. So these are when it's folded up, so you can stab things with it if he wants, or block, you know, missiles and bullets, blasts, or whatever. But you can also open it up to reveal the inside, where this actually becomes a cannon to shoot if need be, and then it can fold up to once again become the shield to block things. So that's definitely pretty cool. Again, that was just mounted on his arm. He also did get a replacement armor piece if he doesn't want to have that on, so he looks fairly normal without having his giant gun for his hand and his shield mounted, but he is not out of the fight yet since he does have a giant spear that he's holding, and that is a simple little technique. If I could get this out, it is in this particular hand mold pretty good. So this is the spear, and it's just got a little axle on the bottom, and then I continue it with a longer one on the back of his hand, since his hand stops in the middle. It doesn't actually have a hole going all the way through. So take that off, and he is yet again still not out of the fight, because he has a hook mounted on his leg there that he can just take off. That's just with the Technic pin. It can actually hold it. Technic pin came out, but can take that out, put that back into the leg, and that's just mounted in the middle right there. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. I was happy to find one of those hooks because I think they look very cool. Come on, stand up. There we go. So that's what the hook looks like. And if he loses that, he's still probably trained, hopefully, in hand-to-hand combat, because then he is definitely out of the fight, because there are no weapons left to actually fit on him that I could actually, fit. But I tried to get them all on there, and I don't think I overdid it. But definitely leave down in the comment section down below what you think of this guy. I'm going to show you him one more time with all of his components. And there he is with all of his weapons and components back together. And I think he does look very cool. Again, to minifigure scale, these guys are relatively huge compared to a minifigure. So I definitely think he came out good. And as I said, I do like fiddling around and building these guys. So leave down in the comment section down below what you guys think. And let's bring in the next guy. So here is the next figure. This was also, these parts were bought from Providence Brick Exchange, but that was actually a very long time ago, and I've just been adding on to him since then. I've actually reviewed this character before in a 10 subscriber special, so I'm bringing him back upgraded and revised just because that was so long ago. And he does have a lot more weapons than the other guy, so it's probably going to take me a little bit longer to take you through him. But just an overall look at him, I've really just truly built this guy for display because he has a lot of joints in his arms and in his legs. So when fiddling around, they get all knotted up. So, but he's got his big talon feet. So I think that adds to the character. I actually have a name for this guy, which is Reaper. But again, leave down in the comment section down below what names you think would be cool for both of these guys, because I don't have one for the other. And you can actually kind of see the orange through the mask. But for weapons, he's got his battle axe over here, his double-edged sword, a little arm cannon that's actually mounted on his arm. It's not actually his hand. And then he's got his giant, scythe slung on his back because he is a Reaper, or the Grim Reaper. So that's definitely cool. And I also have some extra accessories for him. But let's get in closer so we can take a better look. So there's a better look at his face. You can see he's got some horns coming out on either side. And I have put a little bit of hints of gold throughout the character, such as on his shoulders. His battle axe also has some gold on it there. And then he does have a gold plate on the back of his head. Along with the black and the gunmetal gray, I think does look very nice. There's a better look at his scythe on the back there. His double-edged sword. And I personally like the other cannon that I reviewed just a moment ago, as opposed to this one, just because this one kind of looks a little weird. But I definitely continue to work on it, as I always do. And there's a better look at his battle axe. Setting the camera back down, you can get a better look of just how big this guy is. He is much taller than the other guy, so that's why he's barely fitting on my camera. But yeah, so that really completes it for the look at him. I can give you a view from the back. From the side, you can see he also has a head similar to my other guy that's exposed in the corners there. And there's a better look at him from the back. And for accessories, I have a secondary weapon for him, which is this trident here. And I was just fiddling around with weapons because I have a lot of weapons for giant characters that minifigures can't hold. So I can you can put that in his hand if you want. And I also do have 2 blade weapons that can actually mount on his arm to replace his arm cannon. And then you could just take that armor piece off to put them on as well. And the reason I'm not actually going to show you how is just, as I said, this guy's joints, there's just a lot of them, so it's going to be very difficult to get them on. So yeah, that really completes it for a look at this guy. And again, to minifigure scale, have to pick the camera up to even view my person down there. He is very, very big. But again, leave down in the comment section down below what you guys think of both these characters. And I'm going to go ahead and back to the regular studio where we'll wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I do hope you found this helpful. If you spotted any cool building techniques, as I said, leave down in the comment section down below what you thought of both of them, if you liked them, if there's anything that you didn't like, what I can add, what I can take away. All your feedback in the comment section down below is definitely helpful. And I do have a little quick announcement, which is my live stream might be coming back, hopefully. And I'll mention that when it's coming close to the time that I'm doing it in other videos, and probably have another preparation video. And I'm going to get the times out correctly as far as East Coast, West Coast, because we had a little bit of trouble the first time because a couple of people showed up for 3:30, which was their time, and you know, the hours difference, and it was just a little bit of a mess. So definitely going to make that clear this time. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up for announcements. Definitely be sure to subscribe, drop a like if you haven't, and remember, you can never have too much bricks. See you all in the next video, and keep building. Bye for now.